3 of A Thing of Beauty, written by John Keats. We have already uh, taken the stanza 1 and 2 in my previous video. Now, in stanza 3, the poet says, "Such the sun, the moon, trees, old and young, sprouting a shady boon." Now, sprouting means they are just giving, okay, they are sprouting a shady boon. So it's a shade again he's talking about, a comfort again he's talking about, for simple sheep. Now this is the reference. We are going to talk it or take it again in a deeper manner. And such are daffodils with the green world they live in, and clear rills. Underline the word rills. Daffodils are yellow flowers, beautiful yellow flowers. Streams are rills that for themselves a cooling covert make against the hot season. The mid forest brake, rich with a sprinkling of fair musk rose blooms. Wow, what a different objects of beauty are described by John Keats. So the poet now goes on the list these objects of beauty. He says that the sun, the moon, all the definite articles, the sun, the moon, old and young trees which provide shade to sheep, the daffodils. Sheep is the most uh, considered as most calm uh, and very simple. Okay, it's a metaphor for simplicity. So shade to sheep, daffodils, the greenery. Sheep here means the common man, the mankind who is very simple and living a very simple life. The cool, the clear streams which provide respite in the heat of summer, and which provides the solace, and the bushes growing in the forest with musk roses blooming in the middle of them are all eternal sources of joy and pleasures. Now he says this when the summer comes, when all are struggling in the middle of heat and hot season, in that middle of that, only thing which actually gives you comfort is the sprinkling of fair musk rose blooms, the fragrance of musk rose, the fragrance of all those flowers that are blooming in the forest, those particular daffodils which are there, the greenery around us, the clear rills which are flowing without any interruptions can comfort your soul, and they can give you cooling covert. Cooling covert means those shelters and coverings that are cooling, that are very soothing. And those forest break here means dense forest that is covered by different kinds of vegetation. So all those natural objects which are there in the dense forest can only be act as a source of eternal source of beauty. Now stanza 4. And such too is the grandeur of the dooms we have imagined for the mighty dead. All lovely tales that we have heard or read, an endless fountain of immortal drink, pouring unto us from the heavens' brink. Beautiful. The poet says on further to the list, according to him, there is beauty even in death. He says that all those tales, the grandeur, the tales of mighty deads who died in some kind of wars, gave their life in as a martyr, their stories of death also are very beautiful. He finds beauty in imaginary stories people have made about our dead ancestors. So he again searches beauty in the historical narratives of our ancestors who were deemed as heroic and mighty. The poet goes on to say that all the lovely tales that we have heard can also be placed among such things of beauty, and they have a sublime effect on the mankind. They inspire us through generations after generations. We have a big inspiration, we have a very profound inspiration from all that. So, human spirit is inspired by the tales of mighty deads, the grandeur tales. All beautiful things are like an endless fountain, he says. Okay, endless fountains that is coming directly from heaven, God's abode, so that mankind can enjoy the precious gift. So, the beautiful poem ends up with this, that all the beautiful objects work as heavenly drink, or they give the ecstasy, they give that particular feeling that is everlasting and never shades away. And there are many important questions also, like list the things of beauty mentioned in the poem. What is the answer? Old and young trees, sun, moon, daffodils, small streams, clear water, rills, musk roses. Okay, so they are the joys of life, endless joys of life. How does a thing of beauty gives us an everlasting joy? So it gives us an everlasting joy because its loveliness increases with time. That's the answer. Next question can be, what is meant by bower? So bower means peaceful place under shades of trees whose loveliness will keep on increasing. Next question. So the loveliness of things of beauty keeps on increasing. Identify the phrase which says that it is immortal. So immortal means which is everlasting. The phrase it will never pass into nothingness. Nothingness means decay. So this is the phrase which means that beauty is immortal. Very important question again. Next is, what message do the lines tell? That we should bind the flowery bands, bind the earth. So the above line conveys that life is full of hopelessness and sadness, noble feelings amongst man. In spite of all this, beautiful things actually helps us providing that oneness and togetherness in life. So describe the evil and bad things that we possess in us. So he says that sufferings from disappointments, lack of noble deeds and qualities are certain negative traits of our personality. Explain the inhuman dearth of noble nature. The poet here means that the world lacks men of noble nature or qualities. There are few people who are noble in character. Most of the people are self-centered and they pursue lots of evil in their selves. So these are certain important 1 marks question. And name the poet and the poem. Very basic question. You know the answer. What images does the poet use in the different kinds of lines? So lot of imagery is there. You need to take care of that. What do you mean by mighty dead? Mighty dead means great ancestors, the respected ones who had done the glorious deeds and sacrificed their lives. So the glory and the beauty lies in their mighty tales also. So brink means, the word brink means the edge on the top. So these are the important things. Pouring unto us from the heavens brink. So that's the directly the source of beauty is coming from, it's like an immortal drink, that is heavenly drink. He compares with that, and it's a beautiful poem. With my audios, I'm going to tell you certain more important, some more important questions and their explanations, and different type angles which are there to be discussed. I hope these two videos will be useful for us. And please try to ask your queries in the doubt session if you have any. In one thing I want to tell you, make your own notes in your copy, write all the important points, summary points, and try to read the poem, give your own perspective, develop your own answers, and please ask your doubts in the doubt session. Thank you. Have a great day.